everyone, Dr. Vaishali here. Today we are going to discuss how to prepare for NETSET examination, or precisely speaking, how to crack NETSET examination in the very first attempt. I have done my doctorate in law and cleared NET exam in the first attempt, and today I am going to discuss those strategies with you. So let us begin. We are going to discuss 5 crucial points while discussing how to prepare for NETSET examination. First, we are going to discuss mode in which NETSET exam will be conducted. Then, we are going to study eligibility for the examination. Then, strategy we are going to apply while studying for NETSET examination. Afterwards, we'll see benefits we are going to get after the examination. But before everything, we will see nature of NETSET examination. So before we start with this, I would like to motivate you by sharing my story with you. 15 years back, June 2005, I post-graduated from University of Pune. My domain was law and I was a class topper during last semester of LLM. Immediately after the results, I had to travel to US as my husband was working over here. For initial 3 months, I was totally directionless and kind of frustrated. I had degree, I had enough knowledge, but I was not able to do anything. Decided to appear for TOEFL. Made a strategy, appeared for TOEFL. I scored really well and got admission in University of California, Los Angeles. But I was not happy. All I wanted to do was law teaching. It was my passion since childhood and I was not able to do that. So I rejected the admission and travelled back to India to pursue my passion. I had 5 months in my hands. Purchased all the relevant books, made a strategy and started preparing for NET. For next 5 months, I couldn't think anything else but NET exam. I literally lived the exam. After appearing for exam, I returned back to US and after few months, I realized that I cleared NET exam. When I look back, I still wonder, was it my passion? Was this the dedication or perseverance or sheer luck? I don't want you to keep wondering because I had nobody to guide me or help me in this exam. But today I have a strategy in my hands and it can change your life. So let us discuss it one by one. I'm not going to promise you that you can clear NET exam in 10 days or in 15 days or in 3 months or 6 months. There is no magic trick which is going to help you. Then what is going to help you? It's hard work and right strategy. So before we begin, we need to understand nature of our NETSET exam or what is actually expected from you. Every exam has some specific purpose. So what is the purpose behind NETSET exam? Why it is there as a qualifying exam? NETSET exam wants to groom you into a good teacher by taking you through 10 key areas which are very, very essential for a good teacher.
UGC NET exam comprises of 2 papers, Paper 1 and Paper 2. The syllabus has been revised in 2019 and no changes are expected to be made in UGC NETSET syllabus 2020.
So let us discuss mode in which NETSET exam will be conducted.
Mode of the exam. Exam will be conducted in online mode. Each candidate will be allocated a desktop with pre-installed software especially created for the exam. Before you start with the exam, make sure your mouse works properly. All the questions will be objective. Each question will have 4 options. Total 150 multiple questions will be asked. All the questions are compulsory and solve all the questions even if you are not sure about the answer. Now let's discuss eligibility requirements. Candidate should secure at least 55% marks in master's degree exam. A relaxation of 5% is given to candidates belonging to categories. appearing candidate must be a postgraduate student or a student in last year of its post-graduation. Regarding age, candidate should not be aged more than 30 years for JRF, and for NET there is no upper age limit provided as such.
We'll discuss nature of our NetSet examination and what is actually expected from us.
Concerning nature of the exam, a uniform marking scheme is followed in the exam. That is, for both paper 1 and 2, each correct answer is worth 2 marks. As per the revised exam of UGC NET exam, there is no negative marking for an incorrect answer. Hence, instead of skipping a question, go for a calculated guess and mark the answer. Paper 1 is general paper. It carries 50 questions and 100 marks. You have to finish it within 1 hour. Paper 2 is subject specific. It carries 100 questions. 200 marks are there for paper 2 and total time limit is 2 hours. Each correct answer will get 2 marks. For incorrect answer, there are 0 marks, and if you do not answer, again you will get 0 marks.
Now let us discuss benefits which you are going to get afterwards.
As NET is a national level exam, medium will be either English or Hindi, and you can become assistant professor in any university in India after clearing your NET exam. SET is a state level exam, so medium will be either English or your regional language, and after clearing SET, you can become assistant professor in any university in your state. After JRF you get fellowship, and afterwards preference for PhD selection.
Now let us discuss strategy we are going to apply while preparing for NetSet exam.
First, understand purpose of the exam. Purpose of NetSet exam is to groom you into a good teacher, and that's why 10 key areas which are very essential for a teacher are provided in the curriculum. So your approach should be, I want to be a good teacher and I'm going to learn all these 10 key areas which are going to help me as a teacher in my journey. Then identify your techniques accordingly. Remember, there are no shortcuts, and try to inculcate purpose of exam inside you. It means try to leave the exam practically. Now let us quickly go through all the 10 units which are there in paper number 1. While explaining every unit, I'll give you a hint which you are supposed to remember while studying for that paper. Unit number 1 is about teaching aptitude. Remember that it's all about teaching and learning, interaction between teacher and learner, objectives of teaching and objectives of learning, and it's about evaluation system. Now coming to unit 2, which is research aptitude. Every teacher needs some knowledge of research technologies in his career. So it's all about types of research, characteristics of research, how you are supposed to conduct a research, which methodology you are supposed to follow. So it's about research. Now coming to unit number 3, which is comprehension. A passage will be given to you. You have to analyze the passage, you have to understand it, and you have to answer the questions which are provided below. Now coming to unit 4, which is communication. A good teacher must have some communication skills, verbal, non-verbal, and considering today's situation, corona situation, he needs to have a good control over mass communication and media communication. Now coming to unit 5, which is about mathematical reasoning and aptitude. Every teacher needs to have some knowledge of math like number series, letter series, time distance type of calculations, proportions, and percentage. For mathematical reasoning and aptitude, try to refer scholarship books which are there for 4th and 7th grade. It helps a lot. Now unit 6, which is about logical reasoning. Certain degree of logic is expected from a teacher. You should know Venn diagrams, you should know simple logical formulas, and then Indian logic like Praman, Upama, Shabda, and so on. So try to learn logic as well. Coming to unit 7, it's about data interpretation, like sources of data, how to get data, how to classify data, then quantitative and qualitative data, how to represent the data graphically by using pie charts or tables or bar charts. Now, coming to unit number 8, it's all about information and communication technology, general abbreviations and terminology, basics of internet, then uh, email, audio video conferencing, digital initiatives in higher education is expected in this unit. Now, coming to unit 9, it's about people, development, and environment. It's about Millennium Development and Sustainable Development Goals, human and environment interaction. Lots of environmental issues are covered there, like regional, global pollution, all the types of pollution. Then it covers natural energy sources, solar, wind, soil, hydro, and so on. So, this will be there in unit number 9. Now coming to the last unit in paper number 10, it is all about higher education system. According to me, it's history of education in India, how it evolved, how it changed during British time, how it changed afterwards, and its current policies, government initiatives, and how current educational laws are administered. Now, coming to paper number 2, which is subject specific, I cannot talk really much about this paper because it depends upon your expertise and your domain. But remember that it covers all the subjects from your graduation and post graduation studies. So, try to give yourself a good revision while preparing for paper number 2. Certain tips from me: try to solve all the questions. Even if you do not know the answer, please attempt the question. Try to follow logic and common sense if you do not know the answer. Remember, there are no shortcuts. Try to understand what is expected from you and answer accordingly. So let's quickly revise everything. First, understand purpose of your exam. Then make your approach accordingly. Decide a strategy and implement the strategy effectively.
So today we discussed how to prepare for NetSet examination. Even if you don't know any answer, just keep one thing in mind, that in case common sense and logic is going to save you. So try to crack each and every answer. If you have any question or if you have any doubt in your mind, or if you want me to explain any further topic to you regarding NetSet, please comment here so that I can give justice to your comments in my next lecture. So stay tuned till my next lecture. Goodbye and all the best.